Hey guys, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying positive out there. It is never a dull and boring moment in crypto, finance, or the stock market. That is why I love doing daily market updates. Now today, yes, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all doing well. I'm just going to minimize this screen so I can see what I'm doing. Where are we all watching from around the world? Let me know if you can hear me clearly. I've just jumped on a live stream because I thought there is literally so much going on in the crypto space. It's absolutely wild. So many updates coming out of the United States as well with regards to these, the end of the government shutdown, which is really, really good news. I guess for everyone in the United States. I mean, there's a lot of, workers, so to speak. And of course, industry, a lot of industries have been affected by it. And of course, the SEC can now get back to work, which is really, really good. Welcome. We've got Luke in the house. Welcome, Tobias. Happy days. Beats. Hello, Beats. We've got Teddy. 1381, hello and good morning from London, UK. Welcome to the live stream. We've got Azua, let's get it from the Philippines. Tobias, Spain in the house. Steve Bright from Wollongong, that's awesome. Peter, we've got South Africa. Sydney's in the house. King, Shannon, how you going, mate? Shannon's been a long time viewer of my channel. You're a legend, mate. Your price prediction after the ETF goes live. We'll get into all of this. There's pretty interesting articles. We've got Andres from Polska. Rene, hello, USA. Welcome. Beats Morwell, Victoria. That's incredible. So we've got a few Aussies in the house, people from all around the world. This is what I love about cryptocurrency, that's for sure. I literally just got a new desk. I put a new desk in my office the other day, so it's quite big. So my screens are like a mile away. But anyway, we've got Wagga in the house. How good's this? Portsmouth, UK. We've got Cairns in the house. Thank you for joining. Send some good weather. In actual fact, we did have some good weather today in Melbourne, believe it or not. Moving soon to Australia the next 3 months. Yeah, just be careful of the high taxes if you're coming to Melbourne. That's the truth. But anyway, Australia is a beautiful country, and I'm sure everyone lives in a beautiful country. Just hope everyone's doing well wherever they're watching from. David, Darby, from Perth, welcome. I do have my espresso. It is 8 p.m. here in Melbourne, Australia. We do have quite a bit of crypto news. There's 52 people watching at the moment, which is amazing. Thank you. Now, again, we're going to go over, of course, an interesting one that came out, yes, on Motley Fool and, of course, NASDAQ, and that is because Canary is launching their ETF at market open tonight, which is really exciting. The first ETF was Rex Osprey, and, of course, we had them not having 100% exposure to the cryptocurrency XRP, which I thought was very interesting. However, it was the first spot ETF in the United States. And of course, we do have Canary now, which Alan Atarrant, again, did confirm that, obviously Canary does have 100% exposure to XRP, which is very, very bullish. So it is a first, put it that way. So it's very, very exciting. I did put a tweet up earlier because the narrative apparently, or the search terms, have turned negative for XRP. When you really think about it, I mean, I've been in this space now, talking about XRP and Ripple for the last 5 years, and following this lawsuit that we all, went through, so to speak, to what's happening now in the United States is absolutely, it's crazy. It's unbelievable. So it's very, very exciting times. I am so bullish on this, and I'm sure a lot of you are. And if you're not, get bullish, because the change is coming in the crypto space. That is for sure. We've got some more people joining. Roach91, New Zealand. Oh gosh, I can't wait to get back over there and ski in New Zealand. We've got Miles from Bris Vegas. That's awesome. We've got Ed. Hello from the UK. What else we got here? Martin Van Hatten. Cool name. As long as XRP is hype instead of use case and adoption, it will just keep following Bitcoin and it won't decouple nor break out. I do believe it will break out. That's just my opinion. Vito, XRP army, get on the train. Yes, the XRP army is elite. And for a while there was a few supreme leaders that were declaring themselves supreme leaders over the years. I'm not going to name names, but you know who they are. We've got hi from Trinidad. That's amazing. Welcome. Anyway, we're going to get into this, of course. We're going to go through these articles, the 11 XRP spot ETFs that are waiting on the DTCC website. Again, this is, pre-launch, so to speak. I'm sick of these pop-ups. We do have ARK Invest. This is Kathy Woods buying $30 million of Circle shares, which is huge. And I'm sorry about all these pop-ups. I don't know what it is about crypto websites with pop-ups. Sui is launching their own stablecoin because, again, everyone's wanting to get onto the stablecoin, market, so to speak, because it's crazy. North American largest Bitcoin ATM operator enters Asia, which is interesting because we're going to get into this, but Australia has had a massive shutdown of Bitcoin and crypto ATMs here in Australia. The government doesn't like it. Experts see XRP taking gold's place in the next financial cycle. What do you think about that? Let me know in the live chat, and we'll get to the questions as well. Paul Atkins, legend, launches Project Crypto, a new token framework, which is what Brad Garlinghouse for the last 5 years has been advocating for, and I should say Brian Armstrong. A lot of crypto exchange founders, CZ from Binance, everyone has been wanting crypto framework in the United States. We are getting it here in Australia as well. It is quite slow. The Australian regulator is clamping down on, of course, many crypto exchanges. And yes, I'm obviously a part of that with EarnCurve. So it's becoming very challenging navigating the laws and regulations here. But it's just a part of the game and something you have to do. Anyway, we're going to go over EarnCurve, my spot crypto exchange. The new quick trade bots are doing well also. So we'll go through those. You can have a look at it. And we'll get to everyone. Let's have a look. Hello from Adelaide. Welcome, Mark. Caleb, yes, welcome. We on. Yes, we're on. When is the Clarity Act passing? I think it'll be early next year. Looking forward to the Wave of Innovation in February. Yes, Wave of Innovation. I was lucky enough, and the team at Wave of Innovation, I was, involved in the very early stages of that. Shout out to Fabio and Bill Morgan and Crypto Area, all of these incredible people that I've had the pleasure of, meeting and working with Wave of Innovation in the early days. But yeah, I had the privilege of introducing John Deaton, who's now running for the Senate in 2026, which is really exciting. I think John's an absolute gentleman, and I did have the privilege of introducing him on stage with the Bearable Bull. It was a pretty cool experience, I should say, and it was an absolute honor to introduce John Deaton on stage. There is a video of that somewhere, but it's pretty cool. Then I can't wait for that now in Sydney. That's going to be very exciting. Very, very exciting. Yeah, I'll have to get up to Sydney for sure for that one. All right, well, let's get into it, guys, because there's a few people here. Big shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you are new, make sure you smash the subscribe button down there and turn on that little bell notification, because as you see here on your screen, I absolutely love documenting my journey with investing with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom, and of course my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along this incredible journey. It has been unbelievable so far. Also, if you can give this live stream a thumbs up, watch it straight through, would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm is absolute magic when you find, ladies and gentlemen, do that. So make sure you give it a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything. It is down there. Thank you very much. You guys rock. Also, little disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff, right? I don't want to see anyone get financially hurt. That is why my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose. And yes, I know we don't like to lose, but you can lose money like that in the blink of an eye in crypto and any other investment. So please be careful out there, all right? And don't trade with leverage. It is really risky and you can lose your money very fast. Focus on real world utility and of course the top coins by market cap. Real world utility, guys. And of course these ETFs and massive institutions are focusing on those coins. So think about that for a moment. Welcome to the live stream. Rays, welcome, Rays. It looks like a whiskey glass. I've got a coffee here. I'm going to have a sip of that. Thailand's in the house. Welcome, Martin, as well from Thailand. I love Thailand. I've been a couple of times now. I can't wait to get back over there and sit on the beach. I think I need it after the last year. It's been intense. Anyway, also, thank you guys for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Sitting at 79,600 subscribers. Honestly, thank you so much. That little subscribe button really goes a long way to support the channel. And if you like the content, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I do this, you know, in the early days, you don't realize how much of an impact you can have on people's lives, but it's amazing. So thank you. Coming over to community tab, let's have a quick look down here. I posted this morning, and I did post a YouTube short, but Eric Balchunas did post this up. Yes, it is ticker symbol XRPC. Has arrived on Bloomberg's terminal, and by the way, these Bloomberg terminals cost between $20,000 to $30,000 a year just to get one access code, I should say, card to the Bloomberg terminal. It is expensive, so it's really cool to see these updates from Eric. It's really nice of him to do that. And we do have more ETFs to go through. Again, November's going to be an ETF flood, so to speak. 13th, that is today. Market opens tonight. Canary is approved. Franklin Templeton should be, between, again, tomorrow, if not next week. Bitwise later in the month. 21 shares, coin shares as well. Grayscale. There is literally $1.5 trillion of assets under management is coming for XRP, which is unbelievable. Coming over to coin market cap now. The total market cap is $3.48 trillion, sitting at $178 billion in volume. So it is down from that 4 trillion, high we saw, again earlier, a couple months ago, actually, I should say, not earlier. Let me just bring this up to the yearly. As you can see right here, the total market cap did peak this year at $4.28 trillion. The volume was at $203 billion. Now, obviously, when you start getting volume like that, this is when we saw some big moves in the crypto space, all right? And we will get definitely well past this, in my opinion. $4.2 trillion is nothing compared to, the market cap of gold. There's hundreds of trillions of dollars coming into this space. There really is. It's the new future for rails, infrastructure for Wall Street, real world assets all being tokenized. What I would love to see, and it's happening at the moment, you can do it on multiple exchanges, not yet on EarnCurve, but you can trade US equities with, again, on crypto exchanges. So it's moving very quickly on the blockchain. Coming over to the ETFs for Bitcoin and Ethereum and others is 28%, which is interesting. We had Bitcoin and Ethereum outflows, $472 million. Market opened last night. I'm wondering what to say to the others right here. Let's just have a look at the breakdown. It's interesting. I can't wait to see the 11 XRP ETFs here on CoinMarketCap, that is for sure. They do need to update this because it's going to be crazy in the next couple of months. Coming over to my watch list, I do recommend everyone should have a watch list. It makes things a lot easier. Top gainers in my portfolio, I do share these in the Wall Street Bull University all the time. I try to every day, but it just gets a bit busy. We've got Telcoin is up, I don't even know what's going on with that, 90% in 24 hours, 78% in the last 7 days. Does anyone hold Telcoin? Let me know. Electronium sitting at 9%, which is nice. Quant, I've been holding on to this. My DCA was $60 US. I think it was around about 80 Australian. That's when I bought it. So I am up, which is good. UFO Gaming, Ubix Network, XRP is up 2.9%. It is up 7.93% in the last 7 days. which is really nice to see. I get so many comments and emails about, now I made a point of this, like people that are investing in, these assets, they have to think long term. You can't think short term, 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, 1 week, 1 month. You just can't think like that. You have to think long term. Over the last year, XRP alone is up 275%, which is mind blowing to think that an asset can make a return like this in a year, right? Again, I've been in this space for a long time, and I'm sure a lot of you have as well. There's newcomers in here, and they're only just looking at the price in the last 24, 48 hours. You can't do that. You just can't. This technology is going to revolutionize many industries in the future. It is happening right now. And I've been speaking about this for 5 years on my channel. Okay, 5 years. These technologies are going to revolutionize, again, real-world assets, Wall Street, cross-border payments, of course, stable coins, foreign exchange, you name it, it's all going to be done on these rails. This is what you have to understand. You can't think small price movements in 24 hours. It just, if you are thinking that you're going to become a multi-millionaire in 24 hours, I don't even know what to say to that, but I get questions and comments all the time about the price dipping. Of course it's going to dip. This is what happens in financial markets. It happens on Wall Street. It happens in crypto. It happens in real estate. It happens in bonds. Everything moves. Even watches and cars, they fluctuate. This is what happens. So you have to think long term. And I'm very, very optimistic because, again, in the last year alone, 276% is unbelievable. And if you go to the all-time, and people will think you're nuts. I'm not kidding. Just look at this, 42,465%. 42,000% return. People won't even believe you. When I tell, you know what the interesting thing is, right? Even having my own crypto exchange, which is incredible and a privilege. When I talk to traditional finance, investors or, brokers or, traditional lenders, so to speak, right? They think I'm insane. Right, but the narrative is shifting at the moment, which is very exciting. Anyway, we have XPR Proton, which again is a pretty cool project. I got into this years ago. Stellar is also up. Ethereum's at 3,508. Chainlink's at $15. Kaon, I have no idea where this is being stored on my wallets. I don't know. I have to find it. Ravane is also up as well in the green slightly. And of course, by market cap, Bitcoin is at 103, and it has remained quite steady. Quite steady. I will say this. All right, this is done incredibly well in the last year alone, and if not the last 2 years. Very, very nice. All right, and of course, once the ETFs were approved, for Bitcoin back, with BlackRock and all of these other major institutions, still waiting for Vanguard to have an ETF. I don't know. They're going to definitely jump on this bandwagon, but a 17.77% return is actually quite good in traditional market terms. When you think the S&P 500 averages between 8 to 10% annually, 17% is good for Bitcoin, and it will go higher, but it's a long-term store of value. Anyway, very, very exciting. We've got a couple more comments. Richard, hey fella, how you going, mate? Callum, buy the rumor, sell the news. Well, we'll see what happens with these ETFs. One Life, One Direction. What? I was under the impression a millionaire in the next 24 hours. You would be surprised the amount of emails and comments that I get about this. I'm not kidding. I just have to set the record straight because I'm real with this stuff. It's no BS. We've got Reed, g'day for 4 a.m. US. Wow, that's very early. Got digital asset NAB's final charter approval, not telling how much I own. There you go. How good's that? Telcoin was granted final approval from Nebraska Department of Banking and Finance. Bring regulated stablecoins in to traditional banking. That is really cool. Really, really cool. I did not know that. That's amazing. Thank you for that knowledge. Now, EarnCurve, my spot crypto exchange. Thank you very much for those of you that have joined, KYC'd, and are trading on EarnCurve. It's really cool. Currently sitting at 713 registered users, which is amazing. A lot of you have KYC'd, some of you haven't. It's totally cool, but of course, it's very important to KYC because I want to make sure it's compliant. Very, very important. Of course, those of you that have deposited and are trading, as you can see, the trades are going nuts on here with the Octobots. It's really, really cool. As I've been speaking about, pretty much for the last 10 months on this, the XRP Navigator bot is working really nice. If I come down to my most recent trades, there's been a lot on XRP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trades today. That is the 13th of November. Really, really cool. And again, if you are wanting to trade on this, there is a multi-bot video on my YouTube channel you can go check out. Or, of course, right here on earncurveinvest.com. I do have the cheapest fees in Australia. I've done that on purpose to say thank you. And, of course, to give a little bit of competition to the larger exchanges in Australia. And there is one exchange in Australia, I'm not going to name names, who really doesn't like EarnCurve, is restricting their users' accounts from withdrawing their money, is slandering EarnCurve, that is for sure. It's not good. It's not cool. The big monopolies here in this country do it to the small players all the time. And I just wanted to say thank you to all of my YouTube subscribers for supporting me and getting on board with this and trying out the Octobots and having a fair go. Without you guys, I couldn't have done this. So thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. Honestly, I do. It's incredible. But again, to build an exchange, to get it up and running, to make sure it's AML and CTF compliant, make sure everyone's happy, KYC 713 people. It's a mammoth task, to put it that way. And it's been very stressful. But it's been very exciting and it's a privilege, and I'm just, I'm blown away. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it, honestly. So go join up and register. As you can see, the Octobot team as well have been incredible to work with getting this integration going on EarnCurve. It hasn't been easy. It took a long time. The Stellar bot that I started yesterday is up 1.827%, which is really cool. That just changed. Let me just bring this up, refresh. 1.68%. There you go. And again, this is a quick trade grid bot. So again, it places shorter grids, which is awesome. It's working really well. They only got launched a couple of days ago, actually, I should say. The Ethereum one is down 1.43%. The standard XRP Navigator bot, which is really cool, is up 3.68%, which is nice. And again, it monitors the markets with artificial intelligence. And this is why I partnered with Octobot, because it's really, guys, you can create your own strategies with artificial intelligence. I mean it, like it's wild. So look at this. Create me a grid bot on EarnCurve with 16 buy orders and 16 sell orders. Let me just get this with trailing up. So as you can see right here for yourself, you can go to town on this within reason, of course. There you go. It's created me a strategy. So you can play around with this. You can try out strategies. You can use ChatGPT to give you strategies. I've done that. It's awesome. So go check it out, guys. It's really, really cool. And of course, come down here as well. I did start a couple of bots yesterday. I've got a Sui bot running that is down. So I'm going to let that run. Top Coins Accelerator bot is down, but I'm letting that run. The short-term grid bot, of course, is up 0.18%, which is really cool. Anyway, go check it out. The Stellar bot's doing well and the XRP bot's doing well. So, and I just want to say, if you are depositing XRP onto EarnCurve, make sure you include your wallet tag. Very, very important. So I can, of course, make sure that those funds go to your wallet. Now, let's get into this juicy news. Thank you for listening to the EarnCurve stuff. I really appreciate it. Now, will Ripple and XRP soar in the next 5 years? 100% it will. Now, this is an interesting one that came out today on NASDAQ, I should say. On NASDAQ. You can see Standard Chartered, who's a massive firm, analyst Jeffrey Kendricks thinks XRP price could increase at 73% annually. Let me repeat that for everyone watching. 73% annually during the next 3 years. That's unbelievable. And Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says XRP could capture 14% of payment volume currently handled by SWIFT system within 5 years. The SEC is likely to approve several spot ETFs before the end of 2025, making it Christmas for everybody, which is really, really good. A couple of comments here. Let's just get to this. Reading a lot of FUD lately, a lot about cold storage wallets. Be careful with cold storage wallets, Mark. Make sure you buy them from reputable, of course, the legitimate websites. Very, very important. Holland in the house, welcome. Let's go. Needed more than ever. Yes, XRP will explode this month, 100%, I do believe. When can we add cash into earn curves so we don't use other exchanges to get into your exchange? Just to quickly clarify that, I get a lot of emails about the fiat on-ramp, also cash. That does require a specific remittance license as well here in Australia, and that is significant costs and, of course, regulations. So that eventually will come very, very soon. But at the moment, it's only licensed for spot crypto only. So, of course, crypto to crypto. So just letting everyone know that that definitely is going to be a thing in the future. But it's significant capital and, of course, licensing to deal with fiat currency cash. And, of course, that's coming to crypto as well. But for now, it's just crypto to crypto. What do we got here? My gut feeling is Bitcoin's going to dump dramatically because of the XRP ETF. We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Anyway, XRP, the fourth most valuable cryptocurrency, and I will say that it was number 2 in 2018 for a period of 2 weeks. You can go look that up. Currently trades at $2.40, but Jeffrey Kendrick at Standard Chartered anticipates big gains in the coming years due to the large part of potential approval of spot XRP ETFs. He recently said his 2028 target price of $12.50 USD, which implies an annual return of 73%, which is amazing. So we're definitely hitting that, above that $10 level for sure. However, Morningstar analysts estimate that the entire crypto market will be expand at 10% annually during the next several years. Gonichi knows. That forecast is sensible, but I think XRP will perform better than the broader market. I do as well. This is what they're saying. I predict the altcoin will return 20% annually and reach $6 by 2030. That implies 150% upside from where it trades today. Interesting. There you go. What do you think? Let me know in the live chat. And yes, Canary Capital's highly anticipated XRP ETF is ready for Thursday launch. That is tonight in Australia. Market open here on Wall Street usually commences, early trades anyways, now. But the actual market's about midnight because we have daylight savings here in Australia. It's very annoying. Australian Eastern Standard Time. But XRP ETFs are expected to introduce some $5 billion in investment. Bring it on. Bring it on, guys. That's according to Eric Balchunas, senior ETF analyst at Bloomberg. On Tuesday, he tweeted that the fund manager Canary Capital filed an 8A for the XRP ETF last night, which points to launch tomorrow or Thursday, which is tonight anyway. The 8-A filing with the SEC is usually the last step before trading begins. That is amazing. And this is the final step before it goes live, effective at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday, once the NASDAQ certifies it, which it did. And Alana Tarrant, host of Crypto America podcast, said on X, she's amazing. When that happens, the last hurdle is cleared. And their first XRP spot ETF will be set to launch Thursday at market open. It's going to be very exciting. And of course, we do have 11 XRP ETFs listed on the DTCC, which is huge. Absolutely huge. Now, I did see eGrad's chart here today targeting $27 US, which, anything is possible. We can't say it's not. But the amount of people that have been following Ripple and XRP for 5 years with this stupid SEC lawsuit with the previous administration, it is enormous. It makes headlines worldwide. Very, very exciting. I can't say the same for Ethereum, right? I can say the same for Bitcoin, I can't say it for Solana, even though I'm a fan of Solana. Ripple and XRP just makes news headlines. It does. Look at it. You can just see it coming very, very soon. I can't wait. Historical cycle multipliers, including 3x and 8x, blah, blah, blah. 14x projections on a logarithmic scale are cited as part of the basis for a bullish outlook. Recent analysis highlight that XRP is approaching the critical fifth wave, a technical milestone often associated with strong upward movements, reminiscent of XRP's rally in 2017, which it went parabolic. Bring it on. Just bring it on. The narrative has not changed for me for 5 years. I've read the technology, the white paper. I know all about technology, what they're doing. It's just very exciting. And ARK Invest did buy $30 million of Circle shares as the stock dips. Does anyone actually hold this in their portfolio? Let me know in the live chat. I'm curious about this. William Blair are still bullish and called Circle a leader. Winner take the most market. Though they still warned about regulatory and competitive risks. At the time, Circle is pushing deeper into on-chain finance with plans for native token on its ARK Layer 1 blockchain. Layer 1 blockchains are going to be doing incredibly well. They honestly will. Sui, interesting though, launches its own stablecoin, which I think is fascinating. It's called USD Sui, a native stablecoin pegged to the US dollar. The asset is issued on Bridge Open's issuance platform for direct DApp or decentralized application integration. It will work seamlessly with MetaMask, which I don't use, Phantom and Hyperliquid. I do not use MetaMask. I was hacked by malware and spyware on my computer. They accessed my MetaMask wallet. Gone. Wiped. Absolutely everything taken out of my MetaMask. I will never use MetaMask again. I'm just saying. They're just too much risk. It will work seamlessly. Sorry, we've read that. Sui price hovers around $2 with a bullish targets of up to $5 if resistance levels break. Interesting. Very interesting for Sui. Now, North America's largest Bitcoin ATM operators enters Asia, which is crazy to see this. But Bitcoin Depot, North America's leading Bitcoin ATM operator, announced its entry into Hong Kong this week. The Nasdaq-listed company BTM revealed plans to establish and operate in the city, marking its debut in the Asian market. In Australia, the regulator here has basically told the current Bitcoin ATMs to get out and cease operations because they think it's laundering money and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, so in Australia, big no-no for crypto ATMs, that is for sure. It's not allowed. Black Swan's version right here says XRP is becoming digital gold, which is interesting, poised to decouple from Bitcoin as it gains real-world financial utility. We'll see, Black Swan. We'll see. I think it's definitely going to be moving forward. SEC Chairman Paul Atkins launches Project Crypto, which is nice. This is something that Brad Garlinghouse and the Ripple team, and all the crypto, I should say, Coinbase, Binance, everybody in the United States has been advocating for years. And it's finally happening. This is what's really exciting in this space. And SEC Chairman Paul Atkins unveils Project Crypto, a new token taxonomy framework bringing long-awaited clarity to the United States digital asset regulation. At the Philly Fed FinTech Conference, SEC Paul Atkins says most crypto tokens aren't securities, outlining a new framework for digital assets. Can you believe the narrative changed from Gary Gensler? Seriously, are we in another dimension? I just can't believe it. I honestly cannot believe the narrative. You had a former SEC chairman, Gary Gensler, for the last 4 years, 4 and a bit years, God, I don't even know, I can't even remember, it's 4 years, saying that most cryptos are securities, right? Now you have pro-crypto administration in the United States, President Donald Trump, and this is what, it just blows my mind. What's happening in the world? Is anybody seeing this? Let me know in the live chat. We've gone from having somebody who was destroying cryptocurrency, suing everybody left, right, and center. I think there was at one point 50 lawsuits against crypto companies. CZ ended up in jail. Coinbase had SEC approval, but they were getting sued. many projects in the United States were being sued and issued, what are they called in the United States? Subpoenas or something in the United States. I can't remember. We also had Ripple for 5 years spending close to what, $300-400 million, $1 billion in legal fees fighting the SEC for all of crypto. And now you look at the state of cryptocurrency because President Donald Trump agreed and kept his word, and of course, made crypto a priority of the United States. Why can't we get this in Australia? Sorry, now I'm just getting fired up about this. Absolutely insane. In Australia, crypto's still seen as, in this day and age, it's still seen as, a scam. It's still seen as a joke by traditional banks and institutions. It actually is. I know a lot of people in Australia that still have a lot of difficulty, depositing into crypto exchanges. And it's mind-blowing. It's just so anti-crypto here. It's very, very slow. We're very behind here. Brett, a new government XRP down under 100%. Australia is so far behind, it's not funny. It's true. It's actually true, XRP down under. It is. Aussie here in Australia needs to get on board like the United States. I think, I'm not going to get political on my YouTube channel, but there needs to be some changes. I'm not going to get in too much further into that. But 100% there needs to be some changes. Now, let's get to X. Thank you to those 9,043 people. Thank you, guys. It's really incredible. And let's have a look here. We've got a few more comments in the chat. Brett, Jim Chalmers hasn't worked out how to tax it yet. Well, we are the most highly taxed nation on the planet. Highly taxed. And in Victoria, we are the most highly taxed state in Australia. So for those of you who are planning on coming here, make sure you understand the taxes. And it's insane how many taxes. I'm not going to even get into that rant because just go look it up. It's nuts. Anyway, we have the Realm Rami Relief. Thank you for this one. There are currently 18 XRP filings ready to be approved. 18. Bullish. Thank you for this tweet. Eric Daughtry. I mean, this call from President Donald Trump leaving a voicemail for Ozzy Osbourne, this melts my heart because I'm a massive fan of it, Ozzy Osbourne, and it's just incredible what Donald Trump did. So that's insane. Love it. President Trump just ended the US government shutdown. I did watch this live at the White House. And the last time this happened, Bitcoin went parabolic. And that was in 2019. The government reopened and Bitcoin just went parabolic, as you can see. Thank you, Vivek Sen, for this one. Whale Insider, thank you for this. Website first 1933 Act Spot XRP ETF is now live. This would mark the fourth single crypto ETF after Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Very, very exciting. Thank you, Coin Bureau. Big fan of your channel, mate. Have a listen to this, guys.
For blockchains or separate layers, so you can put everything into one giant state machine and do it all together as fast as possible. And to give folks a perspective, I think in a single month, Solana does as many transactions as Ethereum does in its lifetime. So,
interesting fact. Ethereum for quite a long time, I should say, the gas fees were astronomical. If anyone remembers that, let me know. We've got a few comments here. Best to leave. Time to move to Greece. I would love to go to Greece for a holiday and sit in Santorini, having a frappe and sitting in the sun. Brant, Ashley, hey Anthony, here in New Zealand. Every time I go to pay online bill, I get a message to say, are you sure you are not paying with crypto scam? Wow, that's unbelievable. Did you hear that, guys? So that's wild. So every time you're going to pay an online bill, are you sure you're not paying for a crypto scam? Unbelievable. But I suppose if you some of the older generation, even the younger generation, like you probably don't understand cryptocurrency and how it works. You need to be very careful with it. So, it's pretty full on. Versum from Black Swan Capital has some interesting ideas on XRP. Also follow him. He has a great channel. Great channel. XRP and XLM HBAR. Yes, Dav, 100% bullish on that. Moving on. Caroline Levitt, amazing. This did get signed today, finally. I mean, this is bullish. I don't know if anyone could see this, but who's holding the shopping bag in the Oval Office? What's in the bag? Just, can anyone see this? I saw this today. I'm like, what's in the bag? Look at it. There you go. Anyway, I thought that was really cool. I'd love one of President Donald Trump's pens, that's for sure. A couple more questions here. Perfect Dave holding all. Brett, still takes 24 hours for me to deposit into CoinSpot. Banks hold for 24 hours. It's not CoinSpot. Yeah, I agree. CoinSpot's incredible. Great exchange. Been around for a long time. A lot of respect for them. And yeah, banks. I had an issue with one of the major banks, actually Westpac, and they completely wiped my entire banking profile because I was depositing onto an exchange. It was insane. I remember that a couple of years ago. It was wild. Let's have on his way back from grocery shopping. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. I don't know. Like, look at it. What is that? Does anyone know what that is? Like he's legit holding a shopping bag in the Oval Office amongst all these people. Like, in the Oval Office, man, you got a shopping bag. Come on, put it down somewhere. Anyway, we do have this tweet that I put out, and it's true, but this is from Cointelegraph. Traders turning fearful on crypto with XRP showing twice as many bearish versus bullish comments. Negative sentiment often signals capitulation before rallies per sentiment. And it's... why? Anyway, why? Just stay bullish. How cool is this? And thank you, Rance C. Forgive me. And you're following me, so I'm going to follow you back. By the way, if you're following me on X and I'm not following you, send me a message and I'll follow you back, because I definitely, that's really cool. Really cool for tweeting that. And yes, I really want one of President Trump's pens. That's amazing. Now, Nate Garassi, thank you for this. SEC Chair Atkins provides his crypto framework. This is bullish news to the investor trying to discern the difference between buying a tokenized share of a stock or buying a collectible in a video game. We should offer more than web of enforcement actions. All I can do is clap. What a shift. 100%. There's been such a large shift in this space. It's mind-blowing. I'm still shocked. Still shocked. And yes, that is my video from earlier. And thank you, Eleanor Tarrant, for this. She puts out incredible stuff all the time. This is actually the certification from NASDAQ for the Canary XRP ETF. Look at this. We further certify that the security described above has been approved by the exchange for listing and registration upon the official notice of issuance. We understand that the registrant is seeking an effectiveness under the Form 8-A12B, and we hereby join in such a request. Show this to Gary Gensler. Show it to him. We also have Rex shares XRP. Eleanor Tarrant yesterday tweeted out about this, but she's 100% right. And I will scroll down to find this from yesterday, because it's fascinating to see this. And yes, that is me and John Deaton, by the way. What an absolute gentleman. Just saying, John, I wish you all the best for the US Senate, and I hope Elizabeth Warren goes out because you're definitely needed in there. Eleanor Tarrant tweeted out yesterday. Here we go. I found it. So the Rex Osprey shares XRP ETF came first under the Investment Company 40 Act with partial spot XRP exposure and less efficient tax treatment. So, but Canary is set to launch the first pure play 33 Act XRP ETF with 100% XRP, nothing else. So there's an interesting one. Rex did tweet out about that, and there was a bit of beef going on about that, which I thought was quite funny, but it is what it is. I mean, they do hold a significant amount of capital, that is for sure. What else, guys, can I show you today? That is pretty much it. Honestly, it's a very bullish time in crypto. People need to be patient. People need to understand that there is still a long way to go, but this is just a beautiful time. It really is. And I'm really excited. I'm sure a lot of you are as well. There you go. Just the trade went off on EarnCurve, as you can see. There you go. It's trading non-stop. There's been a lot of trades on the XRP Navigator bot, by the way. Really, really cool. But what do you think will happen in the next 5 years? I'm really excited about it. If you have any questions, let me know. I've got to somewhat head off from the office now. Anthony, I'm interested in your EarnCurve. Do you have an intro video? Do you walk people through how to use your platform? Yes, Damien, I do. If you you can either go to earncurveinvest.com and you can see the full video here, by the way, which literally took me over an hour to record, or you can come over to my YouTube channel, come over to the videos, and it's on earncurveinvest.com. You can watch that. It's got timestamps. If you scroll down, where are we? Multi-bots live video. Where is it, guys? Sorry, there's a lot. I think I've passed it. Sorry, guys. There's so much content. It's crazy. There is a multi-bot video here where you can actually follow it step by step. There it is, right here. So you can actually watch this. It's on the YouTube channel. Timestamps are in there. You can follow it along. Very, very cool video and full instructional video on how to set this up. Again, just make sure that you KYC. Very important. Upload your driver's license, government issued ID, and of course a passport and your utility bill. Get you verified, and I will apply a 10% discount to your trading fees because I'm saying thank you to all of you. Really, really cool. I can't thank you guys enough for joining EarnCurve. It's amazing. Also, make sure you connect your API keys properly. Set up your two-factor authentication with Google Authenticator. And again, I will say that if you are depositing on EarnCurve, make sure, especially with XRP, make sure you include your wallet tag for XRP. All right. So as you can see down here, let me just zoom in. There's a wallet tag right here. Make sure you include that. You can deposit Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, ERC20, BEP20, TRC20 Polygon, BNB, XRP, again, wallet tag, very important, ADA, TRX Matic. I like to use USDT on TRC20 because it's cheap and it's fast. Really straightforward with that. And everything's there, guys, for you. Any questions, of course, email me. You can email me right here if you have any questions. And I'll get back to you, but please just give me some time because I get so many emails. It's unbelievable. And I will get back to you and assist you as well. So you can send me an email, tell me about your coffee, how it is. We've got a couple more questions here. Have you looked at staking XRP? No. XRP is not a stakeable coin, so it's not a proof of stake network. So don't stake your XRP anywhere. Do not stake your XRP anywhere. Keep it in cold storage. If you are going to trade with it, allocate some for trading, whatever you can afford to lose. Just making sure you're aware of that. And of course, make sure you secured your XRP and you cannot stake it. I would not stake it anywhere. Do not do that. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. Go join EarnCurve, Spot Crypto Exchange. You guys are absolutely incredible. I really appreciate it. I'm off. I've got to head home and feed the pups because she's definitely hungry. Thank you so much to the 694 people that have watched this live stream. All of you from around the world. I appreciate every single one of you. And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, go do that because it means the world to me and it just goes to a long way to support the YouTube channel as well. Anyway, thank you guys. I'm out of here. Stay safe, stay bullish. Have a good night, a good afternoon. And if it's morning, good morning. Have a double shot espresso. And hopefully I'll get to you guys tomorrow with another video update and a couple of YouTube shorts. Join the Wall Street Bull University as well and the mailing list on EarnCurve. So I do put out emails every single day with crypto market updates. I do that every day. Anyway, peace out, bulls. Take care of yourselves. Ciao.